Hey Lorenzo, yeah, we say it all the time. The questions come from you. Listen to this. Since this weekend, over the weekend, we had over 500 emails, and most of them were about the stimulus check. So we want to try and answer a lot of your questions, and we're going to get some help here today. We've got Carrie Weston joining us right now. She is from the American Institute of CPAs. And Carrie, thanks for being here. First question, we'll just get into the basics. How big are these checks, and who's going to qualify?
Yeah, thank you for having me. First of all, I hope you're keeping warm out there. And the economic impact payments this year are going to be this round rather $600 per eligible person, $1,200 for joint filers, and there are some limits. So if you are making more than $75,000 as a single person or 150,000 as a joint couple, you're going to start to lose it to a certain point where your stimulus payment will come out to zero. There's an additional $600 for each qualifying child. So these are the people that are actually going to be eligible for the check this round.
And let's talk about those dependents for just a moment. Which dependents are going to qualify and which dependents are not? We received a lot of emails about this.
Yeah, sure. So traditionally, anyone that's a qualifying dependent for your tax return, so they have to meet the standard eligibility for being a dependent. You provide support. There's some familial relation. They have income limitations. They don't claim themselves. So besides those ordinary tax rules for claiming a dependent, in addition, for this extra $600, the dependent must be 16 years old or younger, and they also must have an eligible Social Security number. So those with a non-traditional number, an I-10 number, will not qualify you for that additional $600 for this stimulus payment.
So 17 and up, not going to qualify. Adult
Yes.
dependents, not going to qualify. Let's move on to Social Security. If that's your income, will you qualify?
You will, assuming that you don't meet the other income thresholds, you don't exceed the income thresholds, you are eligible for it. So Social Security Disability, SSI, Veteran Affairs, and even Railroad Retirement Benefits. So anyone in that class of income will be eligible for it. The plan is to distribute those payments just as they did last time. If it's a check you generally receive your benefits from, then you'll receive your stimulus payment the same. Many of the recipients of these incomes have transitioned to the Direct Express program, which is similar to them holding your funds in a government bank account and providing you with a debit card to use to make your purchases. So it will either fund the debit card for that additional amount or mail checks to you if you receive any of those types of benefits and qualify.
All right, let's answer this one real quick so the producers don't yell at us. Next question, will they be taxable and will they be garnishable? We've heard this question quite a bit.
Yeah, still not taxable, and better this time, not garnishable. The last round they could have been for unpaid child support, back taxes, liens, and levies. This time they are not eligible or subject to garnishment.
Can you real quick talk to us a little bit about that January 15th deadline? What is that deadline?
Sure. So the IRS started issuing these payments on December 29th, but in the text of the bill, it specifically states that they must stop issuing these advance payments by January 15th. So electronic payments started the 29th, checks were set to be mailed out the 30th. If you have not received your check or your electronic payment by the 15th, it doesn't mean you won't get it. It just means the IRS had to stop processing these activities. Now,
All right, so
there, I
if you
don't know if
don't
you
receive a
want
check
some
or
feedback
if you
on
get a check,
yeah.
yes, so sorry to interrupt you there. If you don't get a check or you get a check but it's less than you expected, what do you do there? Because I think a lot of people were asking about that in our email.
Absolutely. So there is a website, irs.gov. You can go there and say, get my payment tool to see if it's coming and how it's coming. If you aren't having any success with that, you could certainly try to call. I don't recommend it. I would say file your 2020 return as soon as possible and make a claim for it, including the first stimulus payment. If you didn't receive it or were shorted, under the recovery rebate credit option on your 1040 or 1040 SR.
All right, Carrie, thank you so much for your time. You're a valuable resource. We've had you guys on speed dial. And you at home, if you want to see all of our stories, we made it real easy for you. You could just text us the word verify to this number on your screen, 202-895-5599. We'll be right back after this.